Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use Apple's MagSafe Battery Pack. And we're going to go through everything you need to know about it and some things to keep in mind if you're planning on purchasing this for yourself. Let's get started. Alright, so like I said, we're going to show you how to use Apple's MagSafe Battery Pack, and if you want to skip ahead, there are chapters so you can skip to exactly what you're looking to learn or what you want to know about this device here. First off, as you can see inside the box, there is not too much going on. You're basically going to get the battery pack and some paperwork. So that means if you are looking to purchase one of these, you will need a lightning cable to charge it after it's dead. So if you have an iPhone, you should be okay. If you want to purchase a second one though and have it separated from your iPhone, you'll need a second lightning cable. Keep that in mind. Alright, so I've got a couple of devices here. We'll talk about those in just a little bit. We're going to focus right now on the actual battery pack, and I'm going to show you something before we even get into this. If you are planning on purchasing this, or if you have it right now, protect it, because I've already broken mine and I've only had it for a few days. This actually happened really easily. It was on the table, it slipped off. It hit the ground, and I'm not sure what happened, but it got a little tear in it. Putting the iPhone on and off tore the rubber off of it. This is actually a rubberized material, and then you've got the MagSafe magnets around it. So keep that in mind. It's very fragile. Same with the outside here. It feels like plastic, so it doesn't seem like it'll last if you do drop your phone, and there is really no protection for this as well. So keep that in mind. Now, the way this works is very simple. So obviously, if you want to charge it, you're going to need your lightning cable, and then you're just going to plug it up, and you should see an orange light appear, and that means that it's charging. When the light turns green, that means it's charged, and once it's charged enough or has any juice in it, you can then connect it to a MagSafe compatible device. In this case, we have the iPhone 12 Pro, and we also have the iPhone 12 mini. It'll also work with the iPhone 12. So it's pretty simple. I've got the iPhone 12 Pro with the MagSafe case on it already, and you're just going to put it on. It kind of falls into place. As soon as it does, you'll see this logo appear on the front. It also tells you how much your phone is charged at the moment. Now, while you're on your iPhone, you can actually set up a widget, which is going to show you the percentage of pretty much all your iOS or Apple devices. So you can see my AirPods, we've got the MagSafe Battery Pack, and the iPhone, and you can just add this widget in. If you don't know how to do that, there's a link in the description to a tutorial video to add this widget. That way you always know how much battery your MagSafe charger has. Now, when it is on the case, you can see it does add quite a bit of bulk to the device. I have found already, if you put this in your pocket, this is going to slip out most cases, but it doesn't fall off. You can shake it. It's pretty sturdy on the phone itself. And if you don't have MagSafe cases on your phone, things like this, the iPhone 12 mini here has a case with these magnetic options. I mean, it's going to stick because it is like metal to an extent, but you're not going to be able to charge. So keep that in mind as well. If you do have just a standard case on your phone, it will most likely charge, but it probably won't stick. So this is how it looks just on a phone by itself. You can see the orange light does appear at the bottom, and you'll be able to see that you are charging up top on the iPhone as well. So that's basically how you connect it to your iPhone and how it charges. Now, in terms of how much you're going to get out of this, it's only a 1,460 milliamp hour battery inside of this. So when you compare that to most iPhone 12 models, you're barely going to get a 50% charge. So from what I've noticed, if you have an iPhone 12 mini here, you're going to get somewhere around the 75% mark, depending on the heat, the weather, all of that. But if you have an iPhone 12 or 12 Pro model like this right here, you're going to get barely 50%, and then the 12 Pro Max, you're going to get even less. So it's very weak in terms of the amount of battery it provides. On another note, the speed it charges at is extremely slow. It only charges at 5 watts. So that's going to take quite a bit of time to charge the device, and I found that if I'm using the device, watching videos or things like that, it's actually too slow to keep it charged and view videos and things like that. It'll actually die with this on. So it's slower than the amount of battery you can burn. And I'm only bringing this up for those of you who don't have this and are looking to purchase this, but also for those of you who have it, who are already asking questions to why when they connect this to their phone, it starts charging, but then as they're using it, it's sort of dying still. Like you have like 4% battery on your phone, you plug this up to it and you're using the phone, and then the phone still dies. Now, like I said, temperature and the conditions are going to play their role as well, but it's important to know that that's what's going to happen. Now, alongside this charging, you can charge older iPhones as well that don't have MagSafe technology in them. It's just going to work like a regular charger. It's not going to stick. You'll still see it's charging, but it's not going to stick on the back. It'll kind of slide a little bit. So, I mean, it could be a tabletop charger. So you could have it just on a table and you want to throw your iPhone onto it. It'll charge. You see it's charging even though it's not completely on the actual charging pad. It's just basically a standard QI wireless charger, like anything else you would buy if you don't have one of these iPhones. You can even charge Android devices as well, just as long as they do have wireless charging capabilities. This one here is actually dead at the moment, but it does work. Also, if you have AirPods, you can actually charge those as well. Just place them on top. You can see the orange light indicating that it's now charging the AirPods as well. So you can do quite a bit with this. It's just not a very strong battery pack, and that's unfortunate considering it is a very expensive battery pack. But it is sleek, it is Apple, so you're paying for that when it comes down to it. Now, when it comes to charging, as I said, you're going to basically be connecting a lightning cable to it. It's going to begin charging, and you can actually do this in two ways. So like I showed you right here, plugging it up to the battery pack is one way, or the second option is reverse wireless charge. So basically you're going to connect the MagSafe battery pack to the iPhone like so. You'll see that it's charging, and then you're going to take the lightning cable and plug that up to your iPhone. And this is going to charge both the iPhone and the MagSafe battery pack simultaneously. And if you want to speed up this charge, you can use a 20 watt or higher USB-C brick like this. That way you can increase the charging speeds up to 15 watts. If you need to purchase any of these cables, I'll put a couple of them in the description, but they're readily available pretty much anywhere. So like I said, when you don't have this plugged in and you do charge your iPhone, 5 watts is all you're going to get pumping through this. Now, in order for this to work, you do need to have iOS 14.7 installed on your phone. So just open up your settings, tap General, tap Software Update, and see what you're at. I'm at 14.7.1. So that means this works for me. If you're having issues where it's not connecting or not working, most likely that's the problem. Otherwise, make sure this thing is charged up. And if that's not working, you better make that call to Apple. Now, something that's a little bit odd is when you want to use the camera app. If you have this battery pack plugged in and it's charging, if you tap on your camera app and open it up to take photos, if you turn your flash on for your photo, you'll notice that we get a notification at the top. Flash will work best with MagSafe battery pack removed. Although you can still take the picture with the flash, I haven't noticed any sort of degradation or any kind of issue with the photo. I guess it is, though, interrupting something about the camera. Maybe it's the shadow, I'm not sure, but keep that in mind as well. If you are a photographer or anything, you're really into your photos, just make sure, pull it off if you want the best quality according to Apple. So that's how to use Apple's wireless MagSafe battery pack. And if you are someone who's looking to purchase this, I would maybe stay away from it right now or look at other options. Just do a quick search on Amazon. You're going to see a ton of companies providing very similar devices that, in my opinion, have a little bit better quality control to them. You can see mine ripped pretty easily, and are also going to provide you with more battery power with your device. Now, the one main fault, I guess, with this in terms of a usability, because most Apple products, they just work, is the fact that when you do connect it to the device, it charges so slowly, it almost makes it, not very Apple-like. And I guess that's to do with the heat or the performance of how it's going to work with one of these. I think I was reading something like that, but it really is probably something where if I was Apple, I wouldn't even have released this because it works so poorly. But if you already own one, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I still use mine. You just plug it up. If you're not going to use your phone, you'll get at least, 50% charge or a little bit less, depending on what device you have. But it's going to get you through the day or get you through that pinch when you are needing battery power. if you already purchased it, don't feel regret. It works really well with the devices. I mean, it sticks really well. It's an Apple product. It has that sleek logo. I mean, everybody's going to see it and like it. It's just not the most functional Apple product that I have seen to date. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'm happy to help you out. I hope I covered everything here that you need to know. And like I said, if you're looking for cables or a larger battery pack, because Apple stopped shipping these out with their iPhones as well, I'll link you in the description. I have a bunch of the actual Apple ones, but I also use some third party as well, and they work just as good. So keep that in mind as well. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification box so it pops up on your phone right when I'm posting that new video, and you can be the first one to leave a comment. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.